Hi, folks. I'm joined by two of our newest franchisees who launched just a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves and tell us where in the country they are operating. So over to you guys.
Hi, I'm Donna Breese. We are operating in Coggeshall and Braintree South, so in Essex. And I used to be, or I am an accountant. I used to work in the motor trade and more recently set up an accountancy firm in the local area. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Steve Breese, Donna's worst half. I too am a qualified accountant. Spent a lot of time in franchise motor, in fairly senior finance positions. Since coming out of that, I've been involved in a gym franchise and a telecommunications franchise. So a lot of my working life spent within franchising. And yeah, EweMove is the next franchise that we're involved in.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's
Excited to be so.
yeah, so very interesting. So tell us, Steve, what kind of prompted you to move away from those other franchises, or indeed look at another one? And what?
Yeah, so it was really the telecommunications franchise I spoke about is Vodafone.
Mhm.
I have a good friend at Vodafone who also has a EweMove franchise, and we were just talking as you do, and he
Mhm.
said, "Look, if you have any spare capacity, I'd take a real good look at this because it is a fantastic opportunity."
Yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Okay.
I did have a look at the proposition, and the opportunity to take on something without a massive cost to original entry,
Mhm.
uh, but the opportunity to do things a little bit differently and disrupt the market a little bit is quite exciting. Build something, build a reputation, and hopefully at the end of the day have something that's worth something to sell onwards as and when we decide that we've had enough of doing it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All good stuff. And what kind of caught your eye with the franchise, Donna?
Or what Steve was telling me, really. I mean, I've got, as I said, I've got an accountancy business in the village, and quite often we're out and about and we'll meet people, clients. Mine's all been word of mouth.
Hmm.
So for it to be local and for us to be in touch with people and get good feedback is really appealing to me because I've done it with my accountancy business. It's all word of mouth. And so this is similar, but in a different field
Yeah.
and something we could do together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never really worked in the area I've lived in, and that is really exciting for me as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
I've always tended to travel into London to work, so very much the relationships you build up are work only.
Hmm.
Whereas to be part of the community, which we are anyway, but we've built on that quite a lot. Our Facebook page is sort of growing followers daily. Yes, it's all very exciting and all very. We had the local music festival last weekend,
Right.
and just being there in it, obviously
In our t-shirts.
in our EweMove t-shirts, and sort of just networking with people. And we didn't go hard on it, but we gave out quite a few business cards and had some quite interesting conversations. So yeah, that was good.
Very good. Excellent. Well, it is all about community and your face, not necessarily the you move
Yes.
sheep. It is about you and playing that part in the community. So that's really good to hear that you kind of tuned into that. So
Yeah.
what have you set yourself? I mean, given you both from a finance background, I'm sure you got this absolutely nailed, but what are your objectives for your you move business now?
So initially, just to get it to break even as soon as possible. Um, then sort of longer term, we've looked at what the market share is of the better providers in our area, and we want to be up and above them.
Hmm.
If we do that, we'll make a decent living out of it.
Yeah.
So it's not just a vanity thing that I want 12% of the local market.
Hmm.
Yes, I do, but if I get that, that will give us a decent living out of running the franchise. Looking probably a little bit down the road at possibly taking someone on as well. But at the moment, it's really, the two of us,
Hmm.
can do what we need to do at the moment. We're very busy,
Yeah.
but not at a point where you go, I can't cope with this. And I think as we get used to the systems more,
Yeah.
and we get quicker at doing things, because at the moment some things are taking us a little bit of time as we get used to it. That will give us a bit more time anyway. So, I think the two of us will be for the foreseeable future. It's just the two of us.
Yeah, that's good. And it's interesting to hear you use the word "you're very busy" already after kind of just sub 2 weeks of live actions. That was really, really good to hear.
Yeah, but that's great as far as I'm concerned. If we were sitting here going, well, what we're going to do next, then I'd be concerned. But there's always leafleting to do. There's door knocking to do. There's running reports of potential prospects, etc., etc., etc. Plus keeping on top of all the pay-per-click leads, which at the moment I feel we're doing a fairly good job of. And it's all exciting. I mean, we love door knocking, believe it or not, providing you get someone to open the door.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
minute someone opens a door, it's a success.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, people do want to engage, and you've done some good appraisals already as well, haven't you?
Yeah. So, had some good doorstep conversation as well. I mean, we haven't yet sort of secured anything from a doorstep conversation, but we are having good conversations and coming away thinking, okay, maybe not today, but
when they change,
they know our name. If they're thinking of changing, or they might mention us to a friend.
Yeah.
So it's as I say, if we can actually get someone to open the door, it's always a positive.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
even if it's just someone saying, I'm house sitting at the moment, it's not my house. Well, yeah, that's fine. But
here's my card.
We have had 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah.
That's not my house, mate. I'm really sorry.
Okay. But they still take a card, don't they? And a leaflet, and hopefully pass it on.
Yeah.
And a couple of them have told us who does own the house. So, it's as I say, the frustrating though, we went out the other day and I think we knocked on 10 doors, and the first 7 there were no answers.
Right.
But we still got to deliver a letter.
With
good. Business cards. So they've got our details. They know we're looking to build a database.
Yeah. But then the last 3 of our 10, there was someone in each house, wasn't there? So all turned around, and actually you went home thinking, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Well, it's all like arable farming. You got to plant the seed, and you can't harvest straight away. You got to let it grow. That's it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's very good. So tell me then, what's your level of confidence like? So you've been through training, you've launched, you spent a couple of weeks in a sort of live setting. So how confident are you to be able to reach the goals that you've set for yourselves?
I think for myself, I'm really confident, but confident that if I don't know the answer or not sure, someone will, and it won't be hard to find out.
Yeah.
Because of all the groups, BDMs, the fact that we can ring any of them, we can ring Wayne, it's not, you've got to go through yours, and if he, it's just reassuring, and it might take us a while, and we do try and find what we're looking for, but we're always on the WhatsApp group saying, I think it was here, can anyone find it? And someone has it. So I think, and those things they'll be much quicker, like you were saying earlier. But at the minute, what platform was that on? Oh, don't forget, we've got to put it on here that feeds through here. So the training was brilliant. It full on, and at times you were like, I'm never going to take all this in. But obviously, when you sit back and
and revisit stuff, because you I don't think anyone's capable of taking all of that in first time and know it all. But something will come up and we did that. What day was that?
And you'll ask me to look at my notes.
And Donna looks at her notes, and we find out what we need to know.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
But like Donna, very, very confident that we can make this into what we want to make it into. Feel as if we gleaned an awful lot of information during both the in-person training and the online training. All of that is obviously available to us in the New Land Orientation folder, and there's plenty of help as and when we need it.
I mean, there's lots more to go back and revisit, isn't there? I wouldn't say we know a lot of it, and as and when you'll dip in, and we've had the webinars and with Data Loft and Mortgage Genie, and so
I mean, I think that's the other thing that's impressed us, is sort of we're having these onboarding conversations, and they're equally inspiring in terms of giving us confidence that, this is, we had Mortgage Genie yesterday,
really good,
and that was a fantastic session.
Good.
And really felt that these guys are in tune with what we're trying to deliver. We've got a partner there who, it was almost seamless. Obviously they're different people, but their sort of focus on customer service, etc.,
is the same as EweMove.
Is the same as ours.
Yeah.
So, very, very, very confident.
Excellent. That's really good to hear. Marvelous. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been great chatting with you, and I'm sure you'll be an inspiration to many others, and will be a great success.
I hope so.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.